Hey, welcome to Geeky Faucets. This is episode 13, and I'm Amy Dale.
I'm Christine Lucas-Savage.
And there is a lot to talk about today. Holy cow.
First things first, though,
Yes.
I have to tell you, this made my week so much. Okay, so this is the second of the trades in the series here. I think there's 4 of them, but so I was reading along. She owns, Abby, her name, is a bookstore owner. And so I'm reading along, and I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. And guess who gets mentioned twice in a matter of like a few pages? Richard Castle. They're like, oh, did we get the new Richard Castle book in? I'm like,
From the show Castle.
From the show Castle. Yes. I'm like, holy crossover of my two favorite things in the play.
Word, come
I
on.
was so happy. Like, he did it once, and then it did it again. And I'm like, if you have not read this, you need to. Like, it looks cheesy and stupid. It's pretty much the greatest comic out there.
Yeah.
Speaking of comics, okay, y'all need to check out our Twitter and our Facebook. One of our fans, his name's Robert, he sent us this, what's it, Darth and Droids?
Yes.
Oh my god. It's hilarious. So they take like
It's on our Facebook,
It's on our
isn't it?
Facebook,
Yeah.
and it's
We
on
shared
Twitter.
it on our Facebook
and it's
page.
on Twitter too. And so they take like stills from Star Wars movies and they like make it into a comic book, and it's actually quite fantastic. Like,
Yeah.
I was dying.
Yeah.
It was so freaking funny.
It's
so
pretty great. You
Check
should
that
check it out.
out. Darth and Droids.
And remember that May the 4th, Star Wars Day, is also free comic book day.
So stoked about that.
So find your local comic book store, because I'm sure they're probably having some kind of festivities. We'll be at Escape Velocity.
Escape Velocity.
Is that right?
No, you've got it.
Our comic book store has a complicated name for me.
It's not complicated.
It's hard
just
for me.
Yeah.
Anyway, they are a really cool store, and they have like comic book artists that are going to be there and all kinds of stuff. And so I think I'm gonna go down there.
No,
yes,
I'm gonna
so
go too.
we'll be down
Yeah.
there representing.
I'm gonna go down there when it's open. I want first pick of all the comics. I'll be
know.
honest.
I know.
I kind of want to get there before the little kids do. I'm like, I want it.
Give it to me, kid.
I know.
Christine will be out there wrestling in the street with some kids.
Yes, if somebody's arrested and it's a girl in front of a comic book store, it might be me.
It might be.
Just kidding.
Had to bail her out so many freaking times. Gosh. Okay, so Doctor Who.
Oh my word.
Are you happy with
I
this
was very
episode?
happy because this was back to like the Doctor that I love. Like, he wasn't serious, he was funny, and then, gosh, I don't even want to say the end, but the end was so great.
You know what's
Like,
weird about this episode? So this is the Haunted Bloody Blah. I don't know what it's called.
I don't know
What was
either.
the name of it?
I don't remember.
Yeah. Anyway, and when they said, you know what I thought, and this is probably a dumb thought, but how did Clara die in, the one that was the Victorian
When she was the
one?
Dalek?
No. When she was the Victorian
You know what? I
Dalek.
don't even know. I don't know.
Because what I thought in my mind when they said woman in the well is she fell in the water at some point in that pool in the middle of the... And I was like, oh, I wonder if it's her. And she's like, but then it wasn't.
Yeah.
But it was still a
Didn't
really good
even think about
episode.
that. Yeah, I really, because the Doctor was funny. And this is the cool, Doug Ray Scott was the man in that. And he was the lead guy in Ever After. And I loved that movie with Drew Barrymore.
He was he was?
Yes, he was. Because I'm looking at him like, he's so familiar. And it was him.
I thought
and
he was
I'm
really
like,
familiar. Oh.
I know, right?
Man.
Totally crossover Batman. I love when that happens.
I didn't know
Crossovers
that.
make me happy.
Okay, now...
I'm just saying.
But here's something else that is, like, really happy-making, is the rumors that Doctor Who's 50th is going to be in 3D in theaters.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Okay, so when are we going?
I know. Well, I'm sure
I
it'll
didn't hear that rumor.
Yeah, I've read on several websites, and I don't know if it's confirmed yet, but that's what they're saying, is that it's going to be in 3D and
Oh, my word.
limited release sort of movie theater type thing.
Well, we'll have to find every single one of those theaters and, make sure
Yeah.
that it's okay. We'll check all the theaters out for you, and,
Right.
that
Go
the
see
film
it in
is
multiple
okay.
theaters.
Yes.
I mean, yeah,
And
so
all
that's pretty
of,
awesome.
like, the 50th anniversary stuff, like, all the pictures they're posting. They posted this one with David Tennant's feet and Matt Smith's feet, like, crossed, like, next to each other. I cannot tell you how happy that foot picture made me. I'm like, oh, my
It's
God.
my lock screen right now.
Is it really? Because I'm like, oh dear God, is this a fetish that's starting? Because this is not okay. Like, I seriously could not have been happier to see feet.
I know.
For crying out loud, they're freaking feet.
I know.
And there's also one that they posted
I was
of
really
both
excited
Matt
about it.
Smith and David Tennant in front of the TARDIS. And I'm like,
yes,
what?
yes, where they're like just chatting and there's like cameras.
Yeah.
There's an alien walking away in the background.
Oh my word. It makes
so
me
great.
so happy in so many ways. I can't even begin to even.
I know, it's
tell
going to
you.
be so good.
I can't wait. I'm hoping I'm
so
not building it
excited
up
to
in my
see-
head too much, though.
I'm just so excited to see 10 again.
I miss
As the
him.
Doctor, because I've seen him in other things, but it's like, oh, I want to see him.
I miss him, and I'll be honest, I miss Rose quite a bit. I miss
know.
that relationship so much. I need to go back and watch all the episodes again with those two in
I
it.
have the whole collection. It's pretty awesome. Okay, also, this is something that, for me personally, was super exciting. Might not be exciting to anyone else in the universe. It probably is, because I think it's almost halfway funded. But there's a Kickstarter project.
Gosh, I just watched that.
Whoa, I am...
Looks so funny!
Oh, my word. Okay, so Zach Braff directed, wrote, and starred in Garden State, which is was a really big movie for me. Like,
I never saw it.
Oh, really? Oh, I own it. You should watch it. It was, for me, it was really a big deal because it was like, I don't want to say life-changing, that sounds too whatever, but it was really eye-opening and helpful for me. It was like about this guy who's like numb to his life, and he sort of makes this decision to like, you know, he's on a bunch of medications, he decides to like get off these medications, and he goes through this like healing process and emotionally, but it's also like super funny and quirky and
See,
awesome.
that's why I didn't watch it because I didn't know what it was. It looked weird.
Oh, it is weird and in an awesome way.
Well, yeah,
so
weird in an awesome way is good. Like,
yeah, so he wants to do another movie. But he doesn't want it to be funded by Hollywood because they will tell him what to do and, you know, who to cast and all that stuff. And he wants to have control, which I totally understand.
I agree with that.
So he's doing a Kickstarter project. And the film is called Wish I Was Here. And it looks amazing. And he has some cameos. I'm not going to tell you who all of them are, but the Nerdist is in the cameo. And he does mention cosplay. So you guys should go on Kickstarter and search for Zach Braff or Wish I Was Here. And
just the video itself,
it's worth the look.
the video itself is worth watching because there are people in it who I'm just like, are you serious right now? Because that's the best.
I know.
Yeah,
it's so good.
It's worth it. Go look at it.
Yeah,
we should post it on our. Well, we should post it.
Yeah, we could post a link to it on our Facebook page.
Yeah.
So that was really exciting for me, and I backed it. I was like, yes, I want to back it.
And it was already almost there. Like last time I checked, it was like $1.2 million on the first day.
Yeah, and they're trying to raise $2 million, so it's
I don't think that's going to be a problem.
Yeah,
I don't think it's going to be a problem at all.
Okay, new sci-fi show, Defiance. So I've been hearing a lot of buzz about it. So I have now watched the pilot and then the episode after that. Have you watched?
I watched part of the pilot.
Yeah. What were your thoughts?
Okay, here's my thing.
Tell me.
We all know how I feel about Korean dramas, and I love them. And I know that there is. Just stick with me here. Stick with me here. So I'm watching this, and you know, when I watch a TV show that's English, I don't want to have to like pay attention to it, but I have to because there's alien languages on there with subtitles. I'm like, well, I'm just gonna go watch a Korean drama. What's the point? Because I don't want to read it, you know. But I get the alien language and I get it, and that's fine. But I'm just like, whatever. And then the other thing, again, related to, you know, Korean dramas again, I know. But like within the first like 30 minutes, dudes in a brothel having sex with the girl. I'm like, I turned it off after that. I'm like, I really don't want to watch that. Because in Korean dramas, they don't do that. And I really appreciate that. Because I don't care. Like, I don't want to see that.
All the feedback I've seen on Twitter and what have you about this show has been good.
Well, that's all I've been seeing is that it's good too, but
However,
I don't know.
In my opinion, John keeps asking me, because he started watching the pilot with me, my husband did, which was a pretty loving gesture for him. And I was like, he's like, did you like that show? And I was like, you know, it feels to me like they're trying too hard.
Yeah.
It's like they're like, we need to make the next Firefly. So let's get this, like, rogue who's like,
the rogue,
you know,
he's a little too arrogant for me, too. I'm not a big fan of him. And I don't know.
Yeah, and you know, like, the fact that he's sheriff by the end of the, you know, like,
I didn't
like,
make it to the end.
Oh, well, you know, they needed to make him sheriff, like, right away, pretty much. And it was like, can you please be our lawkeeper? And I was kind of like, You know, I really want to like the show, and I'm not totally dogging it. I'm not saying I hate it. Like, there's a strong desire in me to like it because...
It's a video game, isn't it?
Yeah, it is also a video game. But it's just...
It's not there for me.
I didn't love it. And I watched the second episode, and... I mean, I'm more connected to the characters. There's things about it I like. But overall, it's not a lot of love for me.
It almost feels too much for me.
I'm going to keep at it, though. I'm going to keep watching it. It is free on sci-fi.com, which I do like a lot, being able to actually watch it. So I'm gonna keep watching it and see.
Well, you let me know what you think because I'm over it.
Yeah, and see what happens because I don't know. I did like the fact I was actually so in it and so excited when the first scene was like this guy and his alien daughter singing Johnny Cash songs. I was like, dude, this is gonna be awesome!
It was all down there.
And then I was like, oh, well, maybe. I don't know.
It's okay.
Anyway, yeah.
Which got me thinking,
Yeah.
the whole, like, alien, who comes up with these languages? Like, can you really, like, have a book with, like, new words in it? Or is it just kind of gibberish and they put subtitles to make it sound good? And I put this also
Klingon's a real language.
Well, right, but I
Yeah.
mean, I wonder, like, in the whole course of sci-fi, the sci-fi channel, whatever, how many different alien languages are there, and how many people had to come up with that many different languages?
Really smart.
Do you know what I mean?
People.
Like,
yeah.
I'm curious to know.
I don't know.
Because I personally kind of want to learn.
Because I can barely speak Pig Latin, so.
I could totally do Pig Latin.
It wasn't me. But you know, the Sci-Fi Channel's also coming out with another new show, which I saw a preview for, called Helix. Have you seen this?
Nope.
It's about like a group of scientists researching something that could change the world or destroy it, kind of thing, you know. And the preview is pretty much a lot of white. It's like very white, you know. And then there's a scientist, and then it has like the black. Well, the Mary Sue was saying it's the black goo from X-Files, which I was like, yes, of course, that's exactly what it looks like. Anyway, and it's like running out of the guy's ear, like dun dun dun. So anyway, that's kind of intriguing. I was like,
or from the Fifth Element, the black goo that comes out of Fifth Element, out of the head. No, okay.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Fifth Element, like when it gets close to like whatever the death thing is, the.
Oh, I don't remember.
Whatever, doesn't matter. No, it's okay.
I have watched The Fifth Element recently. Multipass, right?
Mm-hmm. That's the one.
Okay, I went to see Oblivion as well.
What'd you think?
I liked it. It is, well, the theater manager said it's a slow burner, which is exactly how I would describe it. It's not a fast-moving movie at all, but it's really, I don't know if you'd like it. In fact, when I was watching it, I was thinking, I don't think Christine would like this.
No, because if it doesn't catch me in the first little bit, I'm like, dude, I'm not wasting my time. I got Korean dramas I'd rather be watching.
Yeah, it's no Avengers, for sure. Like, as far as the people who like the non-stop action, this is not your movie. But if you just like really good story and quality, it's beautifully filmed, and like the acting's good, and you know, it's just kind of I just really liked it.
I heard it was Tom Cruise at his finest. Like, he actually did a really good job, so I heard.
Well, I think he's kind of good at that, like, sci-fi action kind of thing.
Simon Pegg wrote that he had great arms or something like that. And he was like, hey, you look really muscular. I don't know. I don't remember what it was, but it was funny, and I laughed. Because, you know, they worked together on Mission Impossible, which is pretty cool.
Mission Impossible. Simon Pegg was the highlight of that movie.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, so it was, I thought it was fantastic, and my non-sci-fi husband loved it. But it is, like I said,
slow burn.
It's not a fast-moving movie. And in fact, I thought, oh, my kids might, well, like, I don't know if they would stay interested.
And be like, oh,
yeah, because it's not action-y. It's more like a mind. And apparently, like, in the theater, it said that it's based on a graphic novel, and I was like, really? So I've never seen that. And then when I was reading about it, it was like sketchy as to if it's really based on a graphic novel or if it's based on a graphic novel that the director wrote and then didn't ever get published, or I don't know. So
interesting.
So I'm not sure. I need to Google that.
It's a conspiracy. I don't think it matters. Of all the conspiracies in the world, I'm pretty sure that doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's probably not the top of the list.
No.
Okay, The Amazing Spider-Man sequel coming out. Have you seen Jamie Foxx as one of the villains?
No.
Okay, he plays Electro, and it's unfreaking believable. If you have not seen a picture of it yet, you need to go.
I haven't seen a picture of it yet.
Okay, well, he's not
Pinterest is failing me. I haven't seen him on Pinterest.
Well,
maybe I need to look closer. I don't know.
If you know Electro from the classic, he's like got flame-looking things coming out of his head, and he's not cool looking really at all. But the ultimate version, which is kind of like a big bald blue guy, kind of like Manhattan a little bit. Like Dr. Manhattan, is that his name from Watchmen? It's been a long time since I read that. Anyway, he is more like that. He's like the ultimate version, and he looks like glow in like his face is
Jamie Foxx does?
Yes, he's got this hood on, and like his face is glowing this weird blue color. It's amazing.
And I like Jamie Foxx anyway. I've never seen him as like a massive like superhero villain though.
I know.
I'm kind of excited about that actually. That's pretty cool.
And Paul Giamatti is slated to play the Rhino as well. And I love Paul Giamatti.
I do too.
Oh my word.
I'm a big, huge fan.
Yeah, he is so Yeah, he's really great. So, so I'm excited about that film. You know, I wasn't super excited about the whole reboot, to be honest, because I was like, didn't we just do this?
Yeah, but and I'm also just not a huge fan of Andrew Garfield. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
He does nothing for me.
Well, but to their credit, when I went and saw it, I was like, this is a really good movie. I liked it. Yeah. I enjoyed it, and I love Emma Stone.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, that's her name.
Yeah,
she's super cute.
She's adorable. I love her.
They're dating.
Oh, they are in real life?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so cute.
Oh, that's so cute.
Isn't that precious?
Tell me how you really feel, because I'm not quite there.
Okay, but I know what you're excited about.
The new Thor trailer?
Yeah.
Oh my word. Although, okay, it looks really amazing, but I have a beef with Loki's hair. I have a big. Did you notice?
Does he have a perm?
Hair? It's a perm. It's horrible. It's like on one side like this, and it's like perfectly coiffed and wavy, and I'm like, what? He's supposed to be a villain, not like, I don't know.
Not Fabio?
No. And it's not cute. I'm like, oh, you ruined it.
The hair.
Like, straighten it out, stick your helmet on, and be done with it.
Get your reindeer helmet,
Get your reindeer helmet on. But I did think in the beginning with was it a fire truck that was in the air and it was spinning like this?
Okay.
Oh my word. I don't even know what the heck that was, but it looked really cool. And people were like,
oh, see, I can't remember that. All I remember is like Natalie Portman being transported to his universe or something.
And she's like, well, I don't belong here. This is why our worlds shouldn't collide or something like this.
I don't remember, but I just remember being like, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited about it. Actually, not kind of. I'm really excited about it because I still love the first Thor. I just actually watched the first Thor a couple days ago.
Oh, you did?
I did, and I really liked it.
Yes.
So, yeah.
And Hawkeye makes a brief appearance in that movie, doesn't he? Okay, so this is really funny. My kids thought that Hawkeye's, which I tweeted this, I think, but thought that Hawkeye's name, when they first saw Avengers, was Hot Guy. So they were
which is not
I really liked Hot Guy. He was my favorite. I was like, yeah.
Which is not, it's not entirely untrue.
It's not inaccurate, but,
it's not inaccurate, but
I just thought it was funny, so.
Was your son calling him Hot Guy? That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I
was like,
somebody needs to write a comic book.
I didn't even notice because it sounds so the same. Like I didn't even notice they were doing. But one of their friends was like, "Are you saying Hot Guy? Because it's not Hot Guy. It's Hawkeye." And they were like, "Oh,
like that makes so much more sense than Hot Guy."
It.
Somebody needs to write a superhero thing about Hot Guy. My superpower is being hot.
It's probably in there, isn't it?
No, he's the Crusader. He actually has powers.
And the author of this just got engaged.
It was in front of a TARDIS door.
It was so cute.
It was adorable. Yeah. Congratulations to you guys.
To someone whose Twitter name is Amy the Geek, so she
awesome. she probably is. And her future husband writes my favorite comic book ever. Yes. So yeah.
That's so cute.
I love it.
Okay, so Hunger Games, the next installment in the Hunger Games is coming out in November.
I don't know if I care about it.
I don't
know if I care about it so much because
I
like the first. The first book.
Mm.
I really liked the first book. The second book was okay. The third book, don't care. And
the third book was a little traumatizing to me.
It was very traumatizing to me.
I didn't like it.
I was not okay with what happened to somebody in the. I was actually very angry, and I wanted to put the book down. But I'm like, I've made it this far. I'm going to finish it.
Yeah, I hate.
But yeah, I don't think that's what I'm going to try to go see. I don't think I care.
Well, I do care. About this one, I do. And I'm excited about this one. I love the casting, for one thing. I just think, they did such a great job of picking characters. And, I like the way they portray the world, the universe that they're in and everything. I think it's really cool. And the second one is exciting. I liked the second one. I was mad at it when I first started reading it. I was like, are you kidding me?
I was the same way.
Excuse me.
It was okay.
Tuberculosis. Anyway.
I don't know. Yeah. I just don't know how much I care about it.
Well, yeah, I think I do. And The World's End made it... Okay.
I'm getting excited about this one because on Twitter we follow Edgar Wright, who wrote the thing, and Simon Pegg, who's in it. Is he in it? Nick Frost is in it, or no?
Oh, he's got to be, surely.
Well, anyway, they
were
all going back and forth on Twitter, and I just all of a sudden got really excited about it because it's like the third one,
They've changed the release date
and they made it earlier.
Yes, in UK. Yeah, it's the third one in the Coronado,
whatever it is. But
those ice creams. Is that what they're
called?
What? Cornetto. Those ice creams. Cornettos. That's what they're called. The Cornetto trilogy.
Idea what that even
or
means.
it's also called Blood and Ice Cream trilogy. So, yeah.
Ice cream is Cornetto, like for reals?
Yeah, like drumsticks. In
yeah, I didn't know that those were okay, learn something new every day.
Yeah, because you know he always eats one. Like in Shaun of the Dead, he keeps going to the shop to get one. Yeah. Okay, so the release date's changed, but they still have not released a trailer, and I'm about to punch
all
them in
they
the
have
face.
is a poster, like a movie poster or like an image, and I'm like, what does
British
this even
geeks,
tell me?
get it together!
I know, right?
Get a freaking trailer out there. We're impatient.
Yeah, I know.
Here in the US of A, so get us a trailer, at least that we can watch over and over again and wait impatiently for the movie. I know,
like freaky fangirl.
I am. We all know that Simon Pegg is one of those guys I'm a freaky fangirl about. And also, okay, so I watched The Guild recently, and the whole thing, and loved it. And then, and Felicia Day just did a little cameo on Supernatural. Have you ever seen that show?
I started watching it, and here's a funny story. So, I got these roller things to ride my bike on at Walmart. It's not a stationary one. Like, you actually have to ride your bike and balance.
You have to keep your balance.
Yes, because if you don't, you'll fall over.
Yeah.
So I'm watching the first episode of it because the guy on it. I used to watch Days of Our Lives.
Or Days of Your Lives.
Days of Our Lives in high school, and one of the Dean is the guy. Okay. Jensen Ackles, that's his name. Anyway, he was on that, so that's why I wanted to watch it because I liked him. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So I'm on my bike riding like this. And there is this part, you know the first episode, it's the girl, and I jumped, and I swerved, like, ah! Because I thought I was going to fall off my freaking bike. I'm like, I can't watch this show while I'm riding my bike.
Yeah, the first episode
it scares the crap out of me.
That image is a little bit...
God, the woman in white, is that what she's called? Yeah. Oh my word. Seriously, so nearly falling off my bike kind of put a damper on watching Supernatural for now.
Yeah, I watched quite a bit. I've watched quite a bit of it, and I really, really like it.
Did it get less scary?
Depends on the episode. I skipped the flight episode because I don't need any additional scariness for me in that area. But I mean, like, it just depends, you know, from episode to episode. I didn't find. I mean, some of them I'm like, it's kind of X-Files scary-ish. The first one I think was the scariest one I've seen.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe I need to
try
the
other ones.
Start
you off with like
because I love their like PR stuff, like all the pictures of those two, like the brothers.
They're so funny.
They're
too.
hilarious.
Like their chemistry on the show is
amazing,
lovely. I love it.
Yeah, and they're really cute.
So I got distracted.
Helpful for me.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Felicia Day, so guest starred on that show recently. That's what. I don't know. That was a segue, I guess, because I was also going to say I watched The Guild. But then on her channel on YouTube, which is called Geek and Sundry, there is another series called Space Janitors. Have you seen this?
Oh my word, that sounds so funny.
Dude. I hurt myself laughing at this. It's like these guys who are janitors on like the Imperial storm ship, you know, starship kind of thing. Like at one point... I won't give away everything, but there's one point that's really, really funny in the series, which kind of gives you a hint of what kind of things they do.
Are they like short, like The Guild? Like little
short
episodes
short.
like The Guild?
And so at one point, he's mopping the floor, and he's in this room by himself, and he hears something fall, and he looks up, and it's like this room that's like round and really tall, and he looks up, and then he looks over where the thing fell, and it's a hand with a lightsaber.
You're like, hey there,
I was like, yes! I love this show!
Well, now we know what happened to Luke's hand.
I know. Well, the janitor.
The janitor cleaned it up.
Yeah. So it is just a brilliant show.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check that one out. That sounds it's just right up my alley.
You should look that one up. It's on Geek and Sundry.
The funnier, the better. I will admit. Yes.
Yeah, it is. And our next show next week, which will be right before May the 4th, will be about Star Wars. So tune in.
Isn't May the 4th this week?
No, I think it's next week.
Oh.
Because our show that we're filming will be May 2nd.
What's the date today? Oh, okay. Never mind. I'm sorry. I totally thought that this Saturday was coming.
And I was going to have like a mad... If you have the opportunity, you should throw like a huge Star Wars party.
And send us pictures. And make us jealous that we weren't there. Or invite us.
Or invite us. That would also be nice.
Yeah, well
there's only 7 children between us, so you're good.
We'll leave them at home. Let the dogs watch them.
I was going to do that. I was going to throw a... Not the... It's like, I was going to throw a huge party for Star Wars Day, but then my husband's going to South Africa, so
That's kind of awesome. I want to go to South Africa.
Yeah, I know.
Whatever.
Good for him. Also, Star Trek is coming out May 17th.
God,
and
I can't wait for this
I know.
movie. Can I just tell you?
As if you are not excited enough about the fact that that movie is coming out. With it comes the Ender's Game trailer. I cannot wait. I've seen a ton of pictures, but I have not yet. They have not released this trailer. So
I'm really excited for Star Trek so much.
I know.
I'm a little scared because I've watched the trailers and it seems dark. And I mean, it's a common thing. I'm not generally, a fan of dark stuff.
Yes.
Because I've got enough crap going on in my life. I don't need any help. But I think it's still going to be okay. I think it's still going to, I'm still very excited. But I hope it just doesn't go too dark where I'm like depressed when I leave.
But then you've got Chris Pine. I don't think you can go too dark. He's pretty funny.
That's true.
And,
Chris, well, yeah, but Simon Pegg's in it too. Isn't he? Yeah.
Yes, he is. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah, him and his little alien friend.
His little what? Oh, yeah, the guy.
His little beady eye alien friend. Yeah.
Oh,
so I actually really can't wait for that one. That one and Thor. Seriously, I hate waiting is the worst.
I know.
Like I'm a big.
But Iron Man 3 is out really soon, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm getting a little bit excited about that one. I heard a movie review that this is probably one of Robert Downey Jr.'s best ones he's done.
I'm so excited.
He said, and so that got me excited because I was excited about it, but not jumping off the walls like Thor or whatever. But after reading this review, I'm like, okay, maybe this is actually going to be really good. Although a lot of times when people are like, oh, it's so great, it's always sad and emotional. The feels. That's my new favorite word. Have you heard that?
I have heard.
Oh my God, it's the feels. I love that.
Yeah, I like that part of movies. Typically, I did like Les Mis after all, which is all the feels.
Yeah,
that's all it is
from the first get-go. From the get-go.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be a good film, and I, of course, have said this before, but my husband reminds me of Iron Man because he is like a cocky, especially the part where he jabs Bruce Banner. I was like, oh,
you would do that just to be a jerk.
So my husband wanting to turn somebody into the Hulk. Speaking of the Hulk, I have to tell you this. Netflix has, I don't know if you watch this because you're younger than me, but Netflix has the Incredible Hulk TV show that I watched as a kid.
What's his face? What's his
Lou
name?
Ferrigno.
Lou Ferrigno. Yes, I did watch a little, not very many of those, but I watched those.
Oh my word.
That's when the Hulk was a real dude.
You won't like me when I'm angry. Don't make me angry. You won't make me angry. Oh my word. So my son, I introduced to him.
Are they really funny now?
Oh my word. They're so good. But when the Hulk turns into the Hulk, his hair, I don't know what they were thinking, but they thought he needed a lot of hair and eyebrows, apparently. I have forgotten this. I remember things like his eyes changing, and I remember thinking, oh, that's so cool. And his clothes getting all ripped, and then and
his eyebrows.
Him, he's like,
doesn't he have a buffant kind of a thing?
Dude,
it's all
crazy
and perfect.
My son was like, it looks like they shaved a sheep and just stuck it on top of it.
Oh,
and
I was like,
yeah. It's just crazy. It's a little bit too crazy, people.
And then the eyebrows, nice, isn't it?
No, it's pretty shaggy.
Is it?
And the eyebrows are like Eugene Levy.
Oh, yeah.
So
nice.
It's a little bit crazy, but that is worth the watch. You need to educate your children in the ways of He-Man and She-Ra and the Incredible Hulk.
I totally have She-Ra doll.
I just introduced my kids and asked them.
Didn't it have She-Ra on Netflix?
Yes, and He-Man. Well. Yeah.
The power of Grayskull.
Yes, I have the power. Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay, so Man of Steel is winning me over.
Really?
I'm not a Superman fan, really, at all. I mean, now, when I was a kid, Justice League was my favorite show, the cartoon with Wonder Twins and Superman and Batman and
My Little Pony was my favorite.
You and Anna can
Is that shocking?
You can talk to all the bronies out there.
This guy draws My Little Pony.
He does. He drew Dr. Hooves, didn't he?
Yes, he drew Dr. Hooves.
Dr. Hooves is like the My Little Pony Doctor Who
awesomeness in every way. Your daughter has a shirt, and I actually covet that shirt.
Yeah, she does. She has a Dr. Hooves shirt.
It's not even
but Man of Steel is directed by Zack Snyder, who also directed 300.
I saw that.
Which was... I loved that, and
it was kind of crazy.
It was very crazy, but I loved the way it looked like a graphic novel.
I loved that.
It was so cool, and it was just really well done movie. So, and Amy Adams.
I love her.
I know. know.
She's adorable.
She is. So she's in that movie. She's in The Man of Steel, which also is a winning factor. Plus, he has like scruff for part of the movie. And like the bearded, he's like on a fishing boat. He looks like that show you used to, Deadliest Catch.
I love that show. Speaking of Superman, it was the 75th anniversary of Superman this week. Did you see that?
Yes.
Yeah. So happy anniversary, birthday, whatever.
He looks good for his age.
I know.
Yeah.
I hope I look that good when it's my 75th birthday.
I know.
I have a funny feeling it's not going to be that good though.
I don't.
I'm going to be a little more saggy than I am now.
Yeah.
I have a funny feeling.
But this one looks. I am holding out hope for this, and I am not a Superman fan. So, and of course, there are rumors that this is the beginning of sort of where the Justice League, they're thinking, their talks of a Justice League movie.
Oh, so kind of doing like what the Avengers did,
right?
With like, Green
the
Lantern
individual,
and,
right?
Yeah, and then,
although I don't think Ryan Reynolds is going to be in, which I did not like the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern movie.
I liked it. I was okay with it.
No, I didn't like it. For the record. You can do better.
Really? Tell me how you really feel, because...
Oh, sorry, I already talked about that, yeah. Oh, and I was going to tell you, the people, the Helix show, back to that.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
One of the people that are producing it is from Battlestar, is one of the producers of Battlestar Galactica.
I never saw that either.
That's one you should watch. It's a winner.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Because every time I think of Battlestar Galactica, I think of The Office, and Dwight, he goes... Oh, no. Yeah, it was Dwight and Jen. Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. And I just think that's really funny.
I have no idea the context of that, but I've seen that quote a lot.
Yeah, it's one of the shows, and it's really...
the context.
It's actually one of the funniest episodes out there, and it's... I'll tell you later off camera, because y'all don't care.
He's pretty great. I also saw... What's his name? Dwight? Yeah.
Dwight, yeah.
Yeah, where...
But I don't know what Rainn Wilson's his real name.
Yes, where they trick him and make him think that he's sending notes to himself from the future.
From the future.
This is future Dwight.
From the
on
future.
His letter. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty awesome.
It is pretty great.
And I'd like to say something just really quick, because I was thinking about this again. I'm bringing it all back to Korean dramas again. So they actually have...
All comes back.
It does. Everything in life comes back to Korea. No. So you know how like time travel and things like that, they totally have dramas with time travel. Sci-fi.
They do.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
So
if you guys are interested in getting into Korean dramas, you should contact
Shoot
Christine.
me an email.
Yeah.
I can hook
Geeky Faucets at gmail.com.
I'm just trying to
just make sure you put in the subject Christine.
Because Amy doesn't want to read that.
I don't want to hear any more about it.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to like, so you know I'm not that big of a loser. So
no, it's good. I'm sure there's so many other people that watch us that are interested. Most of them maybe live in Korea, but you know.
Whatever.
Well, thank you guys for joining us. Make sure to tune in next week for our Star Wars special, where I will be wearing an amazing beanie that Christine made for me, because that's how much she loves me. And you will all be jealous because it's awesome. Mm-hmm. And so yeah, tune in next week, and we'll see you next time.